My mom has always loved my younger sister more than me. Even then, I did my best to support my mom because I owed her for raising me. However, as soon as it was decided that my sister was coming back, my mom instantly cut me off. She shouted at me, "Get out, you parasite! If that's what you want, I won't put up with you anymore. If you want to do this, I'm going to make up for all the grudges I've had against you." My name is Emily, and I'm 28 years old. After graduating from college, I worked for a not bad company and lived with my mom. My dad passed away a few years ago, and my sister is already married and has a family. Originally, I was going to live alone too, but my sister's marriage was decided before mine. I couldn't leave my mom alone, so I still live here with her. Thinking back, my mom always adored my younger sister. My younger sister, Selena, is the complete opposite of me. She is cute and stylish. The only drawback I have with her is that she has a crooked personality. The amazing thing about her is that even her bad personality was covered up by her looks. She's a good-looking girl on the outside, so it's like she's living her life dexterously. My sister is the complete opposite of me, whose only merit is her earnestness, but she seems to be quite lovely to my mom. After my sister got married and left home, my mom often complained about me. She said, "Oh, no. I wish I could live with Selena instead of you. Why is Selena so pretty, but you have nothing to offer? Oh my god, I want to see Selena. I'm tired of seeing your face." Even now, I'm working to support this family. Why does she have to be so mean to me? Hey, Mom, I know you think Selena is cute, but you don't have to say that much. When I interrupted her in disgust, my mom got pissed off. "What? If you were as good as Selena, I wouldn't have to go through this every day." "What do you mean, you don't have to go through this? You don't have any problems in your life, do you? We've been living in this house since Dad passed away." "What's with that tone? You're not thinking you're doing me a favor by saying I did this for you, are you?" "I didn't mean it that way." "Okay, I have no choice but to live with you. If Selena hadn't got married, I would be living with her, not you." "Huh, okay, that's enough." We now live in a house that was rebuilt a few years before my dad died. It's now in my mom's name, but I'm the one making the remaining loan payments. But my mom always compares me to my sister and insults only me. I was at the end of my rope, living with my mom, who said hateful things to me every time she saw my face. Yet, there's a reason why I didn't give up on my mom. When my dad died, she cried for days. She didn't eat well and was so exhausted that people around her were so worried about her. I, as her family, have to support my mom from now on. I must protect my mom for my dad's sake. That is what I thought. As her eldest daughter, I've always had a strong sense of responsibility. Nowadays, I often get angry at my mom's words and actions. But after my dad passed away, my mom was the only parent I had. I couldn't hate her from the bottom of my heart. Then, one day, suddenly, my sister came to our house with her husband. As soon as she saw my mom, she said something outrageous. "Mom, we're having a hard time making ends meet." My sister was in tears, and my mom looked worried. She said, "Life is tough? What the hell is going on?" "My husband suddenly got laid off, and we can't afford to pay the apartment rent." "What? That's horrible." "I can only rely on you, Mom. If it's okay with you, I want to live with you." "Selena, this isn't good." I realized instantly, but it was already too late. Before I could interject, my mom had already said yes. Yes, yes, yes. My lovely Selena is in trouble. I have to help." "Really, Mom?" "Of course. Besides, I've always wanted to live with you." "Wow, thank you. I love you, Mom." My mom was overjoyed to hear my sister saying, "I love you." They agreed on their own, without any consideration of my opinion. I wasn't satisfied with this, so I went to my mom and said, "Hey, wait a minute, Mom, I live in this house too." My mom said, "So?" She didn't change her expression at all. "I can't have two people moving in here all of a sudden. I have my own room." "I don't care what you think. The house is on my name, right?" "That's true, but..." I tried to talk back, but my mom sighed and said, "If you have such a problem with it, you should get out of the house." "What?" I froze at my mom's sudden remark. "What are you talking about? Didn't you hear me? I told you to leave. In the first place, you're nothing more than a replacement for Selena for me, you know?" "That's horrible. You don't have to talk to me like that. I don't want to parasite like you. If Selena comes back, I don't need you." My mom told me so clearly, and I was blinded by the darkness. I knew my mom adored my sister. I've been taking care of my mom all my life, and to have her cut me off so easily... My sister, who left my mom after marriage without thinking, was loved so much. And I, who have supported my mom for so many years, was treated unreasonably. I really didn't understand every single thing my mom said and did. I was so frustrated and miserable that I almost burst into tears. My sister, seeing me like this, opened her mouth with a sly sneer. She said, "Mom also said this. Sis, why don't you get the hell out of here?" "What?" She said, "If you don't leave, there won't be room in the house, right? We don't need you." "What do you mean you don't need me? I'm the one who has been supporting Mom until now." So what? She wants to live with me, right? We don't need you anymore. You're trash." With that out of the way, Selena called my mom and her husband, and together they began to plan a schedule for the move. Even though I was hurting right beside her, "I am so happy. Let's have grilled meat on the day we move in." "Wow, you're so nice. I'll get the ingredients." Everyone was so excited that my presence was like nothing to them. As I stood there in shock, I heard my sister cursing at me again. "Hey, what are you doing just standing there like that? I told you to get out of here." "But we can't just say that. We don't need you, parasite. Get the hell out of here and give us some room." "I'll be out by the end of the week. That should be fine, right?" I struggled to keep my voice down and finally complied. Meanwhile, my mom was planning a short trip with my sister. "You'd better move out by the time we get back from our trip, okay?" With those final words, my mom left with my sister and her husband. To my mom, I was just a distraction, so as long as Selena was there, I really didn't matter. "If you're willing to do that, I won't put up with it anymore. If it comes to this, I'm going to put you through hell." No longer feeling sympathy for my mom, I was determined to take revenge. From that point on, it was quick. I immediately contacted a moving company and quickly moved in while my mom and my sister were away. The movers asked me curiously, This one too?" "Yes." "I heard you're moving alone. May I move all the stuff in the house?" "Yes. Please make sure everything is clean." I returned to them with a big smile. I was moving to the company housing. I heard that the company housing was still available, and the company invited me to move in several times, but I refused because my mom was there. This time, I found out there were still vacancies and decided to start the move-in procedures immediately. I never expected to start my company housing life in this way, but when I finally moved in, I immediately liked it. The room was even nicer than I had imagined. I was getting used to my new life in company housing. When I checked my phone, I found that I had received an incoming call from my mom and sister. The voicemail message said, "Show up at my house now." I had expected this, but the number of incoming calls was far more than I had imagined. I knew that if I ignored the messages, they might show up at work, so I went by my mom's house on my way home from work. When I opened the door, I found my mom and sister waiting for me with a fierce look on their faces. They said, "Hey, what the hell is going on? There's nothing in the house. Even my favorite refrigerator and toaster. Where did you take them?" I responded calmly, amazed at their ranting and raving. "Where?" "To my new house." "What do you mean? Don't take it without permission." "Yeah, give it back now." "Give it back? Why?" "Why? What are you—" "The furniture and appliances belong to Mom, didn't they?" My sister's comments made me burst out laughing. "What's so funny?" "I'm so sorry. I just thought you were misunderstanding," my sister said. "What do you mean?" She raised her voice. I decided to explain the facts to her. "I don't know what you know, but I bought all the furniture and appliances here. Since I'm moving out, I'm supposed to take my stuff with me, right?" "What? What do you mean?" I said, "All the furniture and appliances that were left in this house. I bought them with my own money. Do you understand?" "But that doesn't mean you should take it all with you. It was here from the beginning." "What I do with my things is my business, right? Can you please stop fussing about it?" My sister was huffing and puffing and staring at me with a devilish look on her face. And the money in the bank was zero. I couldn't use Mom's credit card when we were on vacation, so I had no choice but to borrow money from a cash advance to pay for the trip. "Oh, really? So? You took all the money in the bank, didn't you?" "Of course, because it was my money. What's wrong with taking it all?" When I lightly provoked her, my sister turned to me and shouted, "Don't play with me!" She was getting closer and closer to me, her face turning red as she yelled at me, "Give me back the money! That bank book should have contained Dad's insurance money." "What? What are you talking about?" "It's not in there." "No way! When I came to this house before, there was a lot of money in there." "That was just me supplementing my income with a portion every month. It's just that it's been accumulating." "What do you mean? Then what about Dad's insurance money?" "It's gone a long time ago. Your favorite mom spent it all." As I said that, my sister turned her head back to my mom. My mom quickly turned her head away and made a face like, "Oh my God." "Wait a minute. Mom? Is it true?" "Well, that's—" my sister asked fearfully, but my mom only mumbled. My sister, who had grown numb to the situation, yelled at my mom. "What the hell is going on? I came home because I thought Dad's insurance money was in this house." Trying to calm Selena, who lost her temper, my mom muttered, "Calm down." "How could I calm down? It's your fault for spending Dad's money, isn't it? What are you going to do about it?" "Wow, I was just happy that you and I could live together again. You came back because you wanted to live with me too, right?" "Huh? You've got to be kidding me. I only came back to pay off my debt." "Debt?" As I found out from the conversation between my mom and sister, it seems that my sister and her husband became addicted to gambling, and they ended up with a large amount of debt. In an attempt to repay the debt, they took to gambling again, but the debts continued to mount. Her husband wasn't able to go to work and was fired from his job in the name of restructuring. My sister and her husband, who were neck deep in huge debts, had came back to this house for our dad's insurance money. My mom, unaware that she was being taken advantage of by my sister, kicked me out of the house on the spur of the moment. And this is the result. Now you understand, don't you? There's no more insurance money for our dad in this house. All that is left is the mortgage. I'm going to leave now, and you guys will pay the rest of the mortgage, okay? Then, Unexpectedly, my sister came running up to me with tears in her eyes. She said, "Wait a minute, sis. My husband and I both have debts. There's no way we can pay the loan." "That is none of my business. And you wanted to live with your mom, didn't you?" "No, I didn't know this was happening. Mom always said she wanted to live with you too. So I'm so happy for you." "Oh, no. Wait, don't go, Emily." "Right, Emily, please stay here. Oh, for God's sake." I shook off my clinging mom and sister with all my might. "I've supported you, Mom, in this house all my life. I even paid the mortgage on the house. But you only favor Selena, and when she comes back, you said, 'Get out of here, parasite.' Are you kidding me? She is not a cute little sister. She is just a human parasite. I will never come back to this house again. Mom, Selena, you guys will have to live in debt at best." With these words, I left my parents' house. My mom and sister clung to me until the very end, but I had no reason to listen to them anymore. It has been almost a month since then. My mom and sister, who were impatient, began to work part-time in day jobs. Even so, there was no way they would have enough money. In the end, they had to sell the family home and move to a cheap apartment where they fought every day. Selena said, "Mom, it's because you said you were going to kick her out. I could have used her if you had let her stay there." My mom said, "What? I did it to make room for you guys." "What? You can't live without our money, can you? Oh, you too. You said sweetly that you wanted to live with me, but in the end, you're only after the money. So what? You're worthless other than money. What? Watch your mouth. Get out of here. You get out of here, you bitch." Now, they can barely get enough to eat for the day. They can't even afford to buy one clothing item. The three of them should get along and cooperate. They really are helpless people. As for me, on the other hand, I'm spending a fulfilling life at the company housing where I moved to. My commute to work is shorter than before, so I have more time to myself. I was shocked when I was kicked out of my parents' house, but now I would rather say, "Thank you for kicking me out." From now on, I want to spend my days happily, thinking only of my own happiness.